Join us at Women of Courage and celebrate the achievements of women. Before we begin, we're going to take a few moments to collect ourselves and to relax before we engage into our discussion. What we need to do is to focus now on bringing positive energy into our lives and into the world. The energy that we project every day is the same energy that we get back. We have all seen those people that can walk into a room and they glow. People want to be around them. People feel better being in their presence. That's the energy that we need to create. And once we learn how to do this, our lives will be filled with greatness. We will attract that positive energy. And how we can do this is by changing our outlook, meeting every day with gratitude, thankfulness, optimism, and once you do this, you will see a change in yourself. I want you to take a moment and close your eyes. Think about everything positive in your life. Family, friends, a career, your faith. All of this is how you start your day. Every morning when you wake up, I want you to think about what is positive in your life. I want you to list 10 reasons why your life is amazing. You will see the change. You will be changed. You will begin to attract life's blessings. Lead with gratitude. Be thankful and think positive. Good afternoon, and thank you for tuning in. This is Gloria Lee, the moderator for the show Women of Courage. Wherever you are in the world, I need you to know one thing right now. You are amazing. I know you might be upset. I know you might be hurting. And I know you might be frustrated. I know because all of these things happened to me. I was homeless for 2 years, and all I had was a computer, my son, and a car. I want you to know you still have a purpose in life, and it is my job to help you believe that again. Do you want to believe? Can you see that the divorce was not meant to take you out? Can you believe that the lost house and the lost job is a setup for something greater? By the end of this broadcast, you'll be injected with so much that you cannot help but believe again. And I am going to help you do just that. Are you ready? I got some things I want to share with you. And I will even make suggestions on books and activities that you can implement, which will ultimately bring healing and wholeness to you. If you are ready to be healed, if you're ready to be whole, just jot down the pointers I give and watch your life transform. No matter what happened, no matter whose fault it was, today is a new day, and your time to live and be free is now. Join me in this journey to wholeness. Your time for total healing is now. Today you shall recover. Wholeness, healness, and peacefulness is in the mind. That is where all battles for life end and begin. The Women of Courage show is being broadcast by the Women and Children's Restoration Ministries to help you problem solve, to help you dream again, to help you believe that anything is possible. We want you to believe that you do not have to marry the first man you meet just to get someone to take care of you. You do not have to live a life of drudgery. You can educate yourself. All you have to do is learn to read competently. We want you to take a chance on yourself. Stop believing all the soothsayers around you that have never left a state in their lives. People who do not have courage to fly. People who only think of lying, cheating, and stealing. You can live an exciting life. All you have to do is believe that you can make your dreams come true. You do not have to go to bed with someone you despise day in and day out. You have the right to marry someone that you can talk to someone that believes in you and has faith in you as a human being. In other words, you do not have to settle for just anyone. But what you must do is strive toward your goal. You must be goal oriented. You must organize yourself. You must be clear about what you want in life and why you want such a life. All of us are made up of dreams. As our dreams unfold in our lives, our spirit soars. Realizing our dreams becomes a problem because oftentimes we are beaten down by our friends and family. We are beaten down at school by people laughing at us because of our shoe size, our ear size, our breast size, the clothes we wear, etc. We are beaten down by people saying nothing will come of our lives. We are beaten down when our mothers and grandmothers constantly say that we're going to be just like our father, an inmate in prison. Many of us are also discouraged when our mothers are inattentive. She is wrapped up in her new boyfriend. But life anew is possible. It is my job to encourage you to go as far as you can dream and as far as your dreams can take you. It is my job to get you to believe in life again. I am sick and tired of people failing at life just because they are around negative speaking and negative acting people. Do not let the failure of other people make you lose confidence in yourself. Yes, you may be surrounded by poverty, but you must look for a way out. The book, If You Believe in God, You Do Not Belong in Prison, will help you. What you must do above all else is learn to read competently. You must read, and read. Anyone who laughs at you for reading, you need to leave that person alone. I do not care if it's your mother. Anyone who discourages you, you are to stop all association. Man is not different than plants. We need encouragement to grow as plants need water to thrive. You are to leave foolish, stupid people alone. Their ignorance will weigh you down or even get you killed. Sit down and think how you can avoid these people, especially if they're in your family. If you are overwhelmed with the tiring feeling that feels as if you're carrying a bag of stone around every morning when you get out of bed and think how you'll have to spend another living life you're not passionate about, the books I suggest are the perfect solution for your unique needs. Not only will we help you realize why these feelings overwhelm you and what you can do to change it, but they will also teach you how to live a life of strength, courage, fearlessness in order to realize all of your dreams. If you are lacking the attitude and psychology, proper resource or vision to make your dreams a reality, combined with dissatisfaction with the execution of your plans, but you remain firmly dedicated to making your ambition a reality and creating the life you deserve, you will certainly derive the most benefit from professional, incredible content within these books. Contents that will assist you in achieving the results that you are after. You are never to give up on yourself. Are you ready to leave your future to chance? Of course not. Take your life in your hand and learn all the necessary tools mindset, strategies used by the men and women of courage, used in order to live the life of their dream. Change your life with our book starting today.
This right here, this is the moment right before the day starts when you get to look in the mirror and tell yourself who you are. Now, you've been through some dark days. I believe that. But all that pain and struggle, that made the person you're looking at now. So when you walk out of these doors today, I need you to believe in yourself. I need you to believe you are the strongest person walking this planet. They don't know what you've been through. They don't know the grind it took for you to be here. So when you leave here today, I need you to show them. It's just as important to how you end the day as it is to how you start the day. And that's with positivity. Now, we can't change what has happened today, but we can change our thoughts into tomorrow. Now, before you sleep, you need to make sure you're in a calm state of mind. No phones, no tablets, no distractions. I want you to start thinking about all of your dreams and goals coming true. I want you to really picture how life would be once you meet those goals. How happy would you be? How would your life change for the better if you met these goals? Now you can start to feel the anxiety of the day slowly fade. You can start to feel the heaviness turn into light. Every moment you stay in this calm state, you start to feel better. You feel more confident. You start to feel more assured. This is how you end every day. Thinking about your goals, thinking about your accomplishments, thinking about the positive people in your life, all the support you have, all the people wishing you success. This is how you end your day. A calm state with positive thoughts. Your future is now. Visualize it into tomorrow.
I read two articles this week about women achieving their dreams. The first article is entitled, After 110 Years of Aviation, Navy Gets Its First Black Female Fighter Pilot. As soon as I saw the young woman that the article was going to discuss, I thought about Betsy Coleman. I thought about all of the passion that Betsy Coleman put into learning how to fly. The article told the story of Madeline Swagler, who had just become the first black female tactical fighter pilot. Miss Swagler earned her wings as a U.S. Navy fighter pilot, and she will receive her Wings of Gold later on this month in July. This is according to a tweet by the Chief of Naval Air Training. As of July 10th, Lieutenant J.G. Madeline Swager became the first known black woman to have been certified for the TAC Air mission. The article went on to say that the United States Navy now has its first black female tactical jet pilot. She can now go on to fly planes such as the FA 18E or the F Super Hornet or the EA 18G Growler or the F 35C Joint Strike Fighter. The Chief of Naval Air Training congratulated Ms. Swigler on her achievement via Twitter. Lieutenant Swigler hails from Burke, Virginia, and she is assigned to the Red Hawks of the training squadron in Texas. What truly makes her achievement significant is that in a 2018 investigation by the military revealed that black pilots are rare in the military and particularly in fighter units. According to the Navy data provided in 2018, just 1.9% of all pilots assigned to the FA 18 Hornet or the Growler or the Hawkeye or the C2 Greyhound were black. Women also made up a small percentage of aviators in the military. As of 2018, the Navy had 765 female pilots, less than 7% of all pilots across all ranks. This is according to the Pensacola News Journal. Other female aviators in the military was the late Rosemary Marner. She became one of the first 8 women in the Navy selected to fly military aircraft in 1973. She was certified to fly the A4C and the A7E Corsica No. 2, and she became the first woman to fly a tactical fighter jet the following year. She retired as a captain. Brenda Robinson became the first African American female to graduate from the Navy's Aviation Officer Candidate School, and she earned her wings in 1980. She was the first black woman certified for the C-1A carrier on board delivery carrier landing the following year. Captain Robinson retired in 2008. There was also a female in 1999. Her name was Shauna Rochelle Kimbrell. She became the first female African American fighter pilot for the Air Force. She flew the F-16 Fighting Falcon. She is now a lieutenant colonel. She flew missions in Operation Northern Watch over the northern Iraqi in 2001. Second story I read about a woman achieving her dream. She's a very courageous woman. Her name is unknown. The Army will not release her name. But her achievement was another history-making military achievement in July 9, 2020. Again, it took place in the Army. She was a female Army National Guard soldier. She graduated from the grueling Special Force qualification course that is called the Q course. She graduated last Thursday, making her the first woman to join the Green Berets. The female National Guard soldier, whose name is being withheld due to mission security concerns for the Special Operation Troops, graduated from the Army Special Forces training, she received her Special Force tab and put on her Green Beret at a socially distanced ceremony at Fort Bragg in North Carolina. The soldier, a Special Force engineer sergeant, first completed an initial 21-day screening program before she started a year-long Special Force qualification course. She completed the final assessment, which is the culminating Robinson exercise that tests soldiers on skills essential to being a Green Beret. The Pentagon opened all combat positions in the armed forces to women in late 2015. Women are now allowed to drive tanks, fire mortars, and lead infantry soldiers into combat. Women are allowed to serve as Army Rangers, Green Berets, Navy SEALs, Marine Corps Infantry, Air Force paratroopers, and everything else that was previously only open to men. Yet, despite early strides, women have still faced barriers. For example, the Pentagon did not lift a decade-long policy that prohibited women from flying into combat until 1993. Remember, women have been soldiers since the Revolutionary War, and some of these women entered the military posing as men during the Revolutionary War. Lieutenant Madeline Swagler, her achievement and the achievement of the unnamed Army soldier tells women what they can achieve. Aviation is not out of their reach. Being a fighter pilot is not out of their reach, which means there is actually no job anywhere that's out of the reach of a woman. Regarding the unnamed female Army soldier, she took the Q course, which is made up of 6 phases, including training in a small unit operation, advanced special force tactics, language training, and unconventional warfare. After graduating, her Green Berets are typically assigned to 12-member operational units, which make up of weapons, communications, intelligence, engineering, and medical specialists. When she graduated, she received the Special Force tab and donned the coveted Green Beret, identifying her as an expert at conducting complex unconventional warfare missions behind enemy lines. On her beret, she will wear the distinctive Special Force unit insignia that bears the phrase, "To free the oppressed." That's quite a high calling, to free the oppressed. The Army Green Berets are a highly trained commando unit. The Special Forces they are an elite troop. They wage unconventional warfare, and their training is especially grueling. They are expected to do the impossible. They are often used for specialized combat and counterterrorism operations and to train other nations' forces into battle skills. Many of them work with the Afghan forces fighting the Taliban or are trained troops in over 60 countries. It is important to note here that in the early 1980s, a woman by the name of Captain Kate Wilder completed the Special Forces training, but she was forced out at the last minute. The Army later sent her a graduation certificate after an investigation upheld her discrimination complaint, and they determined she was wrongly denied graduation from the Green Beret to become a Green Beret. Captain Wilder never joined the Green Berets. She left the Army as a lieutenant colonel in 2003. Imagine her disappointment. I am going to pause for a second to take a short break while you listen to information regarding willpower and encouragement. It is all a matter of learning new behaviors. And please remember, it is easier to build strong minds than to repair injured people. What I said is a modification of a quote by Frederick Douglass. He said, "It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men." Now for my break.
Oftentimes, we talk so much about the success of something that we don't highlight how important failure can be. Failure is what gives us those real life lessons. And until you've experienced that, you can't truly understand what success means. Because through failure, we begin to understand who we are, what we're made of, what we're willing to do to become successful. Failure is only an event. It does not define you. All it does is create new opportunities for you to succeed. Once one door closes, more will open. But you need to believe that. You need to live life now. Risk everything for your dreams. No matter what the results are, trust in yourself that you will find a way to become successful. In this life, we do not fear failure. We embrace the opportunities that come from it. Think about everything that has been created in this world. If people would have given up after one failure, what would we have? We would literally have nothing. We do not fear failure. We grow from it, we learn from it, and we move on. When you wake up this morning, I want you to think about a few things. In your life, what makes you happy? Is it family, relationships? Is it working or building your career? Is it school or education? What makes you happy every day? What makes you eager to start your morning? Now, while you're doing this, I want you to block any negative thoughts that you have. This is the time of day where you begin to invite positive thoughts into your mind. I want you to think about gratitude, being thankful for the things that you have in your life, being thankful that you woke up this morning, that you have a job, a place to sleep, being thankful that you have people around you that truly love and support you. Now make sure when you walk through today, you do it with a positive mind and live by the law of attraction. Believe 100% that positive things will happen throughout the day. And even if things don't go as planned, do not spend time focusing on that. Everything that you want in your life can be achieved. And it's up to you to go out and make it happen. And remember, express positive energy and you will get positive things back in your life. This is how you live by the law of attraction. anything that you want in this life can be obtained. You just need to believe. Believe in yourself. You are strong. You are beautiful. You are resilient. You are what we call the women of courage. And your time is now. There are no victims in this life. So I'm asking you, are you ready to make a change? Are you ready to fight for what you want? Are you ready to fight for your dreams? If you are, it starts now. This is the Women of Courage.
Hi, I decided that at the end of every show for the next year, I would share excerpts from a book that I believe would enhance your life and make you a stronger thinker and problem solver. All characteristics that will help you win at life and raise stronger and healthy children. Many of you turn your nose up at reading, or you snub the advice that you must read in life to succeed, or you compare the cost of a book to getting a new pair of shoes or getting your hair done or your nails done. The reason why you make these cost comparisons is because you do not truly value a book. A book is a magnificent instrument that can change the course of your life and the lives of your children. In later shows, I plan to discuss with you how a book changed the lives of certain people. I understand that you do not earn a lot of money, and this money is valuable to you because of all the things you see advertised that you desire, and you do not want to spend a lot of money on a book. A new pair of shoes is more valuable to you than a book. If you truly cannot afford a book, then you need to go to the library and take your children with you for a day of reading. You must gird your loins and proceed at educating yourself. Some of you seem to think that having a conversation with your stupid girlfriend or your stupid boyfriend will help you more than reading a book, when actually having a conversation with your loudmouth girlfriend or loudmouth boyfriend is merely a cathartic, allowing you to blow off steam and proclaim how life has been so unfair to you. What you do not realize is that the advice coming from your do-nothing girlfriend or your do-nothing boyfriend is advice coming from a fool. Your do-nothing girlfriend is a sexual opportunist looking for a man she can impress with her body. When her vagina fails her, what will your girlfriend do but go to work at McDonald's or Wendy's at the age of 60 and continue to spread her ignorance at church? Her daughter will be on the street and her son in prison. She will never realize that her life is the result of the decision she made not to educate herself through reading. All her life, she felt that she had something better to do than reading. She had something better to do than reading with her children. She had something better to do than working with her children. And that was going to the bar, trying to entertain a man, or trying to find some man that would buy her a pair of shoes. A man spending money on her was more important than educating herself. In later shows, I'm going to spend a great deal of time giving you some examples of fools. These are people who think they are smart, willing to trade their body and integrity for a dollar bill. These people end up in the cemetery after lamenting each and every day of their lives about their unfulfilled dreams. Do not be upset by the use of the word fool. You tell me if a woman is not a fool to instruct her grandson to kill her husband for a $25,000 life insurance. Let that sink in. for a moment. Instead of instructing her grandson to make something of his life, the grandmother instructs her grandson to become a murderer, to kill his grandfather. I have this anecdotal advice for you about reading. Listen to this short true story. A friend and I were talking. She said a woman she knew called her and sought to renew their friendship. During their conversation, the woman told my friend that President Trump had done so much for black people, and that's why she voted for him in 2016, and she was going to vote for him again in the upcoming election. My friend asked her a question. She said, "Tell me some of the things that Trump has done for black people." The woman said, "A whole lot." My friend persisted and asked her to name one thing that Trump had done for black people. The woman could not. The woman kept using the phrase, "a whole lot of things." My friend said after a while she stopped talking. Finally, the conversation was over and my friend hung up. My friend said, as she hung up, she made up her mind right then that she would never renew her friendship with this woman. Now ask yourself why. Why would she not renew her friendship with this woman? You can answer this question in 2 words. The woman was a poor thinker. She never investigated anything that was told to her. Whether you know it or not, a person who is a poor thinker, who does not examine his or her thinking, is a very dangerous person indeed. Think about it. I presented to you the above information to introduce the book, The Woman I Want to Be. You need to read this book. It is a small book, but it has a powerful message. And to my male listeners, any reading material I suggest is equally important to men as well as women, because some of you have daughters. My broadcast may target women, but men can surely learn from my shows. The book tells you you must make up your mind that you are going to take control of your life, regardless of what other people have to say about the direction that you choose. You have to believe that you can accomplish as much with your life as other people accomplish with theirs. You must be resolved to go out and get the knowledge that you need to conduct yourself, what you have to do, and to be the person that you want to be. This is it. You're going to take a stand. You are not going to ignore the desires of your heart. What you are going to ignore are the naysayers in your life. You are going to move away from them. You are going to eliminate all naysayers from your life. You are going to seek new and more interesting people to pal around with. You're going to seek out people who not only have a plan for their lives, but people who are living these plans. You are going to associate with people who not only talk about their future, but are moving toward new and better futures. You will refuse to associate with anyone who is always using the word easy. As soon as a person gives you or talks to you about the word easy, you pay real close attention to this person because their thinking is not correct. So you are going to avoid all people who are constantly using the phrase, I'm a gonna do this and I'm a gonna do that. You will not associate with people who lie, cheat, and steal. People who are always looking for someone that they can use, abuse, or cheat. You do not have to let other people define you just because you have big feet or your nose is too large for them. Look at the people around you. I mean, really take a good look. They are not perfect physically or mentally. Everyone you meet is fighting some sort of problem. They are either in the process of fighting that problem or they just won over that problem and they're taking a celebration at their success for overcoming whatever other people said that they could not do or should not do with their lives. You're going to have to do some bookkeeping to determine where you are, what obstacles you have to overcome. Make certain you are living in a safe area. You must exercise safety precautions. You should always park in a safe location or ask an attendant to accompany you to your car if you leave a store late at night. You need to survey your net worth. You should establish a savings account for a rainy day. I don't care if you just save $5 a week. You should sit down and talk to yourself and decide whether you should return to school for further education. In other words, sit down and take an inventory of your life. The greatest thing that you can do in inventorying your life is not to look back. You must accept the mistakes that you have made. Put the mistakes behind you. Do not holler and scream at your mate or your children because you are angry with the circumstances of your life. Just change. When you face the past, you have to say to yourself, okay, I did it. That's that, and it's over with. Tell yourself those were not good decisions, and I will not make them again. I will learn from my errors in the past, and I will move on with my life. I accept that some of the past relationships did not work out. I cannot change the past, but I can affect my future. If you want to change professions because you do not like your job, ask yourself what job would you like to perform in the future. Think realistically about your choices. Sit down and see if you can change professions safely. That means economically. Do you need more education? How are you going to pay for this education? Should you work at McDonald's to earn extra money that you will need for education? You don't have to tell anybody that you're working part-time at McDonald's and working a full-time job somewhere else. You are definitely not to tell anyone of your plans because you will not need them telling you what you can and cannot do at work. Soothsayers are good for discouraging people. Working at McDonald's will not be that bad once you begin telling yourself that by the end of the year how much money you will have in the bank. Tell yourself that you are accomplishing something, that you are going about changing your life. It is possible to work at McDonald's to save enough money to start a business. Several people have done it. Thousands of people have worked 2 jobs to earn enough money to start their own business. The key to this is keeping your mouth shut and to tell your spouse to keep her mouth shut or his mouth shut. In-laws are the worst soothsayers, especially when they are afraid that you're going to try their dreams. Soothsayers are people who did not have the guts to fight for their dreams. They love to tell other people what can and cannot be done based on their failures in life. Soothsayers are people who give up on their dreams. They gave up on their dreams early in life. They let society beat them down. They let society tell them what they could and could not do. And the soothsayers accepted what they were told. Soothsayers live miserable lives. They get up in the morning, starting their morning off like someone told them. They drive to work like someone told them to do. They leave work and drive home like someone told them to do. And at the next day, they start the routine all over again. Internally, they are disappointed. They are unhappy. They are sad. They use adultery as a distraction. They need something to tell them that they are still alive, when all they have to do is decide that they are going to live the life the way they want to live and work the job that they want to job, which will make them happy. Remember all of the women that we previously discussed? If you think about these women, every woman who we previously discussed proves only sacrifice can bring you great strength. And remember, keep your mouth shut if you choose to work at Wendy's, McDonald's, or Burger King so you can make some extra money and save it to go back to school or to buy yourself a house. Because you know what your friends are going to do? They're going to find that McDonald's and start coming into McDonald's and smiling and laughing at you. So you don't need this, so don't tell nobody what your plans are. Shut your mouth. During this session, we are going to discuss winning. Winning has nothing to do with luck. It has to do with preparation, self-control, assurance, tenacity, commitment, fortitude, and courage. To win, you must be honest with yourself. Why lie about who you are just to keep up appearances, to keep up with the other women or men in the neighborhood, spending money that you do not have, hoping someone or some way you can pay your house note because you went out and purchased a $500 purse just to impress someone? You have to think about your conduct. You are married, but you start dating Albert. Your husband, Daryl, finds out and divorces you. Now you are in your 60s. You have no pension, so you have to go to work at McDonald's or Wendy's just to take care of yourself. Albert never asked you to marry him, and he soon left after your divorce. See, you can lose a husband and a man on the side at the same time. What women do not know is the man on the side is only attracted to you because you are married, which means he's not responsible for you. When your brother tells you not to bring a man into your home over your children, you argue with him. Now that your son is in prison and your daughter is working on the street, you want to tell them how sorry you are. Your brother has stopped talking to you because of your conduct. In fact, no one in the family wants to have anything else to do with you because you allow your boyfriend to bring you down in life. He is the reason why you got caught selling stolen goods and was sent to prison. Your boyfriend told you stealing was easy, and that way y'all could stay home, drink or smoke marijuana, and watch TV. See, bad behavior contributed to your not being a winner. Emotions can make you physically ill. You can approach your day anticipating gloom and doom. You become sick at work where finally you can barely drive home because you have a headache from worrying. Not once have you tried to change your experience. What you are experiencing is fear caused by something that you fear. You have let fear control your every waking moment. Your thoughts and fear can put you in a box that will keep you from winning at home and at work. You are failing because you do not believe and you lack courage to find out what you need to know. If you want to win, then you must practice winning. The first thing you need to do is select an outfit and keep that outfit in your closet along with a pair of nylons and a pair of nice shoes and a handbag just in case you need to go and find out about a job at the spur of the moment, or you have an appointment in the evening that's important. Keep this outfit in the closet always. That way you are prepared. You don't have to run around the house frantic trying to find something to wear. The optic word in winning is persist. Do not venture off course. You must have a clear, defined goal. You have to learn to keep your mouth shut. People hear you talking at work or gossiping at church, and they will not share information with you because they know you're a loudmouth. They don't want you telling their business. So do not give your ideas away at work or at home or with your friends. Your friends will betray you for money, honey. Here are two examples of what can happen when you believe in yourself. On January 8, 2019, Sergeant Tara Lynn Baker became the first female Marine to graduate, completing the Winter Mountain Leadership course. Now Baker is qualified to teach other Marines how to survive a treacherous mountainous climate. The 6-week course is a rigorous program that trains Marines to conduct operations at high altitudes and in alpine terrains. The course is to teach one to survive in intense cold where you encounter frostbite and hypothermia. The Marines must learn how to overcome the snow and cold. This is what Sergeant Baker had to say for herself. I learned what I'm capable of. I learned what I can do and what I can accomplish, and nobody can tell me that I can't. I'm proud of myself. Nobody else needs to be proud of me. I've definitely been through the ringer, being a whole 115 pound right now and carrying anything from 60 to 95 pound pack or dragging a sled that's a good 65 pounds through the snow on skis. It's definitely a challenge for the body. To this, January 1st, 2019, 17 black female judges were sworn into office in Harris County, Texas. One of the judges sworn in was County Judge Linda Hidalgo. She was also sworn in on Hidalgo is a 27-year-old Colombian immigrant who unseated the incumbent Republican Ed Emmett in the November election. At the time, Emmett had held the position of county judge for more than 10 years. February the 2nd, 2019. The Navy flew the missing man formation to honor the first female jet pilot, Navy Captain Rosemary Bryant Marina. Retired Captain Marina died January 24th, 2019 at the age of 65. Her funeral was held in Maynardville, Tennessee. The flyover consisted of an all-female aviators from Squadron Base at a Navy Air Station, Oceana in Virginia. In 1973, Rosemary Marina was one of 8 women selected to fly military aircraft and received her wings from the Navy the following year. In 1982, she became one of the first females to serve aboard a U.S. Navy warship, the USS Lexington, where she also qualified as a surface warfare officer. Then 8 years later, she became the first woman to command a military aviation squad. When she retired in 1997, she had logged 17 aircraft carrier landings, and she had completed over 3,500 flight hours in 15 different aircrafts. Her father was a military aviator who was killed during the Korean War in 1956. Rosemary Marina was 3 years old when he died. Although she was qualified to fly a commercial airline, the field was closed to women in 1972. The series Women of Courage covers women throughout history and their struggle for equality, employment, and the struggles women still face to this day. There is a focus on women soldiers, past and present. All the unsung female heroes of all the wars we fought, women who gave their lives yet are not remembered today. Their deaths demonstrate the freedoms that come at a price, and women have fought for this freedom, whether on the front line or behind the closed doors at home, where they were seen and treated as property. The author of the book Women of Courage covers highly skilled women doing top jobs and those that are murdered for just doing their duty. She speaks about a passion in which she wishes to instill in the women today. She wants women, young and old, rich and poor, to look at the past and use it to help shape the future.
There's never such a powerful tool as information. It is the only weapon you need to overcome your challenges and reach a truce with your enemies. How then can you get the vital information you need when the world is so mean, so chauvinistic, and so isolating? How many times have you realized you're on the wrong road and without a U-turn sign? Until I took my first step to purchase and read The Women of Courage, I was lost and distressed. I hated the path of my life. There was no U-turn for me, and I knew I was lost. The book series by Gloria Lee brought me back. It gave me the courage to rebrand myself and live more. My fellow women, don't worry about the breeze of distress and fear that may have enslaved you today. You have the chance to make a U-turn and make yourself happy. Spend a few dollars on this book series. Unlock your box of gold in life. For the prices and detailed information about the books, go to touchedbylight.us/the-women-of-courage-books and get your copies. Women of Courage. When we work together, we win. Why must I recommend the book series to you? Women of Courage are books of women for women and by a woman. The first book inspires you through the successful lives of other women, women who perhaps were in a worse situation than you. The second book gives you insight into gender equality. It endows you with the knowledge to understand you need education, you need a job, and there's never a career limit for you. Its last book, The Workbook, tells you exactly how you can work out your way from the place where you are to the place where you belong. Maybe the society has convinced you you've acquired your maximum. I tell you, there's more than you think for you out there. Spend a few dollars on this book series. Unlock your box of gold in life. For the prices and detailed information about the books, go to touchedbythelight.us/the-women-of-courage-books and get your copies. Women of Courage. When we work together, we win.
Join us at the Women of Courage show every Friday from 3 to 4 p.m. and every Sunday from 8 to 9 a.m. for information that will change your life. You can also visit us at our website, touchedbythelight.us, for more information. Thank you. If you do not like your life, then change it. Listen to us when we broadcast, and we can help you find a new way.